I did not pick you.
That's a good pick.
But he's here anyhow. Army's a good pick.
I think it's a clean sweep here. I'm going to go with Army too. This guy's crazy. It's first pick. You're already coming at him.
I picked him.
Hey, Army's been hot, too. What about SMU and Navy?
For Bobby the bus driver, I'm going to go Navy. I go
For
Navy.
Coach, that was your former school. Navy. I'm going with Navy.
Anchors away, boys. Navy.
I'm not. I'm going to go with SMU. I'm going to go with, we're just supposed to pick who we think is going to win. It's not for Veterans Day, but I'm going to go with SMU. Chad Morris has an offense that's tough to contain, and give me the ponies.
Some more Cowboys, Wyoming and Air Force. Going against an academy here?
I really wanted to go Wyoming. I really did. And then my brother texted me.
It's your brother.
So it's a clean sweep for Veterans Day. I'm going with the Air Force. Yeah, I got to go Air Force.
I'm going to go opposite of Desmond. I want to go with Wyoming, so I'll go with it, and a great quarterback.
There you go.
Hey,
There we go.
Great pick, because Wyoming's won 3 of the last 4.
There you go.
Wyoming. Good pick, Alex.
I'm with both of you guys. I'm going Wyoming, and Josh Allen, the quarterback, going to throw the ball around.
All right, I had Florida State and said they had no chance against Clemson. I've already heard from the Knowles about it. What do you got, Florida State, Clemson?
Oh, no. Clemson's big over Florida State. Yeah, I think when I saw the BC game, I think Florida State's done. So I got Clemson big.
We're at Miami. We can't go Florida State.
No,
I'm
you
going
can't.
Clemson.
Yeah.
Listen, I tell you one thing. It's a day game. It's a day game.
Yeah.
That makes Florida State's going to cover in the daytime at Clemson.
I think when things are talked about during the week that Florida State has no chance, they're going to get blown out, I think this is different this week. It will pull the pride out. Florida State's defense will play well, like Coach says, closer than you'd expect in this game, even though Florida State doesn't have a whole lot to play for.
No, he's going to take the points and run with them. Florida State still hasn't scored 28 points all year.
O-line's a problem.
Told you about the linebackers that are a problem now for Ohio State. A couple of injuries. Michigan State, Ohio State, Big Ten East supremacy for the moment.
I want to change that pick. I thought the Buckeyes would bounce back playing at home, but now they're two of their starting linebackers won't be in the game. I really want to go Sparty, but I think the Buckeyes will find a way to win a close one. I'm going Buckeyes.
After the tough loss, Urban Meyer must have been a hell of a tough week of practice.
Yeah.
I'm going with Ohio State.
Great pick, Alex. Great pick. They'll rebound. They'll cover 15.
Wow. So you think big.
Oh, wow.
I think Mark D'Antonio just has a way of getting his team ready. And when they play Ohio State and when they play Michigan, close game into the final possession. But I think J.T. Barrett will win this game.
What about the Heartland Trophy? Iowa and Wisconsin. Iowa coming off that beatdown of Ohio State. Who wins that one?
I think Iowa right now, they're brewing with confidence. I think they're going to pull off an upset. I got the Hawkeyes in the upset over the Badgers.
I started my career in the Midwest. Madison, great place in the summertime. But I'm going with the founder of Wheels Up, KD, in Wisconsin today.
Kenny Dichter.
I'll tell you another. Wisconsin won 15 of 16 trophy games.
Wow.
Go with Wisconsin.
I like that Kenny Dichter logic and Todd Joyce. I'm gonna go with. I do think it'll be a very competitive game, low scoring type of game. But I think Wisconsin, despite a lot of injuries, I think the Badgers will get it done. If this were in Iowa City and Kinnick, it'd be a different story.
Last 6 times, road team has won in that series. Iowa and Wisconsin. See if Ferentz can do it again. What about Oklahoma State and Iowa State? Very important for Iowa State's hopes, finishing second in the Big 12.
I think Mason Rudolph, even though Coach jumped off the bandwagon, he's going to have a good game. Despite the fact that James Washington is going to be gimpy, I'm going to go with Oklahoma State in a close one.
Tough place to play, Iowa State. I am going with Desmond, Oklahoma State.
Good pick. Oklahoma State will stop them one time.
That's
and
it.
win.
That's all they need.
That's the only time we'll stop them.
I'm just buying into this Iowa State. I am. They lost last week, but they just have enough to get by to win the game. All the little things have to fall their way. I'm going with the upset. Iowa State at home.
There's a Herb Street, Matt Campbell bromance.
For sure. Guilty as charged.
Absolutely.
Guilty as charged.
It's easy to understand that, too, I think. First place in the Big 12, at least for the moment, TCU and Oklahoma. Who comes out on top?
Coach Patterson, defensive wizard. They're going to find a way, I think, to slow down Baker Mayfield in that offense. I'm going TCU.
Wow, Des got a couple upsets today.
Wow. I'm going, we have a Heisman potential, right?
Yeah, Baker Mayfield. Exactly.
Solidify his Heisman. I'm going with Oklahoma.
I picked the Sooners twice this year. 0-2 picked against them. I'm going with them tonight.
You're saying the heck with it.
Mayfield.
The reason is what you just said.
Mayfield.
When in doubt. Competitive game.
Go with Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
He's the X factor, and he'll find a way once again to win a close game.
Okay, the Pac-12 might very well be out of the playoff picture. Washington State, 2 losses. They've struggled on the road at times. It's awful at times. They're at Utah. Who wins it?
The Cougars are playing the U, not to be mistaken with the U. I made that mistake one time.
That was very good, though. Yeah, we went out there.
They're playing the U. Yeah, I think Washington State, after watching Washington lose last night, I think they're going to be encouraged. I'm going with the Cougars. I got Washington State.
Wow. I started my career in the state of Washington in 1994 with the Mariners, so I like that. That flag is probably right behind me.
No, it is.
Yeah, you know it's back there.
Washington State.
Not so fast.
Hey,
finally got an error on third baseman. I'll take Utah at home field.
I'm going with Utah, too.
Oh, good.
In front of the Muffs, I think Utah is tough at home. Give me Utah, and I think Carrington will make a big play late.
Okay, tonight, 7 o'clock on ESPN. Alabama at Mississippi State. Alabama with this, and an Auburn loss could clinch the West.
I'm concerned with Alabama's defense and going up against Nick Fitzgerald, the way they run the ball, the Bulldogs. So I'm going for an upset.
Wow, another one.
Another one. He's leaving it today.
Alabama.
He's calling his shot.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, look, Alabama's the Titans. They're like the Google, Amazon. They're a conglomerate, right? They're the Yankees of football. I'm going with Saban and Alabama.
Okay, that's a good reason why I'm going with Alabama. They won 13 of 14 true road games. Alabama.
If Nick Fitzgerald could throw the football and they had more balance, I think Mississippi State playing at home would have a shot with the Alabama injuries. One-dimensional on offense usually doesn't work against Saban and Jeremy Pruitt. Give me Alabama.
Yeah, we mentioned this earlier. Mississippi State's decimated at the wide receiving court, too. Georgia and Auburn, the headliner, top 10 matchup in the SEC.
Kirk just mentioned about Mississippi State being one-dimensional. I think that Auburn's going to make Georgia one-dimensional. They're going to stop the run. They're going to make Jake Fromm, the freshman quarterback, go out there and have to win a game in a tough SEC environment with his arm. I picked the Tigers for an upset.
I like it. I'm with you. I think the home court, the home field would be very big here. I like Auburn for the upset.
Auburn, upset. Number 1. That's a good pick.
Wow.
You read my paper.
Wow.
I
You read my paper.
am terrified because Auburn. And I had Auburn until I don't know if they can switch my graphic. Just because all of you picked Auburn is the only reason that I'm going to pick Georgia to get it done. Because I don't want to pick 4 Auburns. You can't pick 4 Auburns. There it is. All right. There we go.
That's amazing technology right there.
Doing
some work. Now, Kirk's not going to have to pick the next game. He may be able to give you a key here for Notre Dame and Miami. You know, the last time that the Irish came to the Canes home field, one beat writer said to the Miami fans, they didn't just want to win the game. They wanted Notre Dame blood. When the stakes are as high as they will be tonight, it can certainly make you a little bloodthirsty, just the way the Canes and the Irish ought to be.
Our mission is to win a national championship. So each and every week, we're on the line.
Everybody gets excited about games for different reasons, and certainly there were some monster games in the past. Both teams were at the height of their glory.
It's going to be an electric atmosphere. I'm really looking forward to writing our chapter of this historic rivalry.
I don't really think it gets much bigger than this. I mean, we got a hit list of 4 teams that we lost to, last season. And this is the last team on the hit list.
On the Bears board over there, Notre Dame's a 3.5-point favorite. You've been all about the upset today.
Yes, I have.
What you got?
Are they in all black tonight? Miami? No.
That was a one deal.
That was a deal for me last week. Yeah, I like that. I still think that they're playing really good right now because they had the storm that affected them. They're starting to pick up momentum at this point. I love what I saw a week ago against Virginia Tech, so I got to go with the U. I'm going Canes.
Yeah. Hey.
Good pick.
Now, A-Rod.
There's no way A-Rod's
No backside ground balls. I need launch angle here. What do you got?
Well, look, Miami's back. It's got a swagger back. Manny Diaz, a local product, done a great job with his defense. Yeah. Good offense, great defense. Miami 24, Notre Dame 17.
Oh, he got the chain going.
Yes.
You got the chain.
There you go. Not bad.
There you go.
Okay. You don't have to. You can't talk.
No, I'm calling the game. It's all you, man.
Yeah.
It's your moment.
You know, I'm a big believer in the luck of the Irish.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Over the years, I picked Notre Dame 8 times, and I've been very lucky. Watch this. Hey! Go, Irish! Whoa, whoa. Look at it, chicken. Give me.
Hey, ho, hey.
What we got?
But remember, I was raised as a kid in Miami.
Absolutely.
That's true.
I lived on Northwest 22nd Court.
Yeah.
I went to Miami Jackson High School.
Yeah, baby.
I used to sneak in the Miami games on Friday night in the Orange Bowl.
I love it.
Yeah. And I'd always have loved Miami. It's one of my favorite places. But ladies and gentlemen, this is strictly business. Give me that hour here.
LC.
Oh, man.
There's no double cross here.
Come on, coach.
Oh,
Bear.
you know what Lee's old friend Bino Cook used to say? Never pick against the Irish in a big game. And he did. No, thanks to Alex Rodriguez. Simply the best. Enjoy your college football Saturday. Well, we don't have much jewelry here like A-Rod and Coach Corso, but welcome to ESPN College Football presented by Vizio. They're not used to getting up this early in Death Valley. It's been 6 years since the last 11 a.m. start, but that's what we have, LSU and Arkansas. And if you're going to win in this series recently, you got to do it on the ground. 2007, Darren McFadden, 3 touchdowns, the triple overtime victory for the Hogs. Niall Davis, 3 years later, 152 yards and a score. LSU can do it too, though. Jeremy Hill, 20 for 145 and a touchdown in 2013. These are NFL guys now. Alex Collins and then Darius Geis last year. That one still sticks in the craw of the Razorbacks, and he returns. Thanks for joining us this morning. Jason Benetti, Kelly Stauffer, Julie Stewart-Binks is downstairs. Fournette, 3 touchdowns last week. Darius Geis, 2. Last year, I should say. Darius Geis, 2.
Yeah, and Darius Geis is getting healthy. Darius Geis was always supposed to be the feature back this year in Matt Canada's multiple offense, and you've seen signs of it getting healthy, and I don't think Arkansas likes to hear that considering what Geis did to this team a year ago.
Yeah, 5 touchdowns combined with the 2 running backs, Fournette and Geis, in last year's game. And so LSU and Arkansas ready to go from Baton Rouge. And we are underway from Death Valley. Razorbacks will have it first. Davion Warren with some trouble with it, and LSU swarms him inside the 5-yard line. It was Gary Cross who put it on the deck, and Arkansas will have it first with Austin Allen. He's the quarterback after a toe injury to Cole Kelly. Allen brings out the offense. He returns. Senior quarterback who is dealing with some injury troubles. He is a little bit more the mild-mannered one, but he is the starting quarterback today. Devois Whaley is the tailback for Arkansas off the loss to Coastal Carolina, and that one's incomplete. Not a great start for the Razorbacks, so 2nd and 10.
You know, Jason, we know that Arkansas ultimately wants to run the football. That's kind of who they are, certainly with Brett Bielema as their head coach. Austin Allen has experience, and that's going to matter in this atmosphere of 90,000, even though it's 11 o'clock in the morning local time. Austin Allen brings more to the passing game, and he brings less to the quarterback run game. We'll see how this one unfolds.
Second down. Allen on the roll, and he throws it into the turf. Incomplete. Pressure coming And Nance intended. So Julie Stewart-Banks downstairs. Julie, hi.
Hey guys, well I noticed that Cole Kelly was limping during initial warm-ups. He was having issues putting weight on that right toe. Evidently, Austin Allen is the healthier of the two. I spoke with him this week. He said it feels like a second life to be back in this position. That when he was on the sideline, he realized how much he loved football. It's a privilege being here. He didn't know if he was going to get it back. He said, though, he had to relearn how to throw the football just due to the nature of injury. He still feels a bit of pain, but it's limited.
He's not in the most positive setting, let's say that. On third down. That one is nearly intercepted. Dante Jackson came streaking across in front of Nance, and it's fourth down.
Rashad Lawrence, number 90, I think got pressure, and that ball was tipped a little bit at the line of scrimmage, and Jackson almost comes up with it. The ball almost got through to the intended target, but there was a lot of pressure in the end zone. Rashad Lawrence, I think number 90, the defensive end, got pressure a little bit, affected the throwing motion of Austin Allen, but not a very pleasant way for Allen to come back. Completely uncomfortable on that first drive.
DJ Chark back to receive the punt from Blake Johnson, and he puts it on the ground. Ball loose. And it looks like Chark got back on top of it. He did. Ooh, a tenuous start. And maybe the guy to stabilize it is Darius Geis.
Geis finds a hole. Touchdown, LSU. And he hits the hole. That is a grown man. Here he is again. Breaking free. They won't catch him. Touchdown, LSU.
A young man who's been through so much, but continues to run violently on the field, Darius Geis. And we'll see a lot of him today for LSU off the loss to Alabama last week. Opening run for Geis, and he nearly has a first down. It was Andre Tolliver taking him out of bounds, but this is a kid who racks up the yardage.
Yeah, and remember, Darius Geis was sitting somewhat behind Leonard Fournette the last couple of seasons. And then last year, when Fournette was hurt, we saw what Geis could do, and he brings up that explosive splash ability.
And as you saw, Darrell Williams and Darius Geis will be together on the field quite a bit. Geis split out this time, Williams the tailback, and that's Geis in motion as Danny Etling evades pressure and throws it downfield. Incomplete, a little too much on it. And second down coming up. Danny Etling, the transfer from Purdue in his second season at LSU, may be moving back with a flag on the field.
Holding, offense number 78, 10-yard penalty, first down.
It's on Garrett Brumfield, the left guard. So Danny Etling, who he told us after practice the other day on his official visit to Purdue, the coach was fired.
That's not a good start.
Great start to your college career. He ends up at LSU and has been serviceable, but they'd like some more on the deep balls. Darius Geis for a short gain to the 46.
Jason, you're already being way too pleasant to start this game. Danny Etling simply missed about a half a dozen opportunities last week against Alabama on deep balls, and Matt Canada told us that. They rushed for 190 yards on Alabama's defense without any quarterback rushing yards. Nobody does that. They had 6 opportunities behind the coverage of Alabama. Nobody does that, but they didn't hit those 6 opportunities. Downfield throwing is where Danny Etling has to improve his pass game.
Geis this time came from the slot, and Darius Geis to the 43. What you saw on Etling, what's missing on the deep balls?
I think you got to pull the trigger. You have to trust what you see. He has the experience as a senior, and it's a complicated offense. We've talked to him about play calling. You have to recite a paragraph in the huddle every time. And I think the translation is at the line of scrimmage as a quarterback, sometimes there's so much going on between the ears that you forget the instinctive part of throwing was just let it rip.
Pressure coming, and down he goes.
Etling sacked. T.J. Smith was in there, along with Randy Ramsey.
And Jason, that is an opportunity for Arkansas defensively. LSU has given up 21 sacks coming into this game. They play games up front, a little line sun up inside, looping around the outside, and they get to Etling. But remember, that drive was sabotaged because of the holding penalty by Brumfield, and then Arkansas finds a way to get off the field early. Very important.
Groudon to punt, and he draws a fair catch. So Arkansas will be inside the 15-yard line when we come back. They battle for the boot, LSU and Arkansas. Scoreless.